What's up, guys? We got one here from Insolent Audits. Let's get into it.
I had a date tonight, kind of. I couldn't find a babysitter, so the date ended up turning into a FaceTime date, and it went really, really well. We already have an actual in-person date scheduled for next week. I'm just excited. I am absolutely exhausted. It's almost midnight. Just got back from my first date with the guy from the previous video, and it was an amazing first date. He's so sweet, such a gentleman, and I can't wait to see him again. It's 12 p.m. on a Sunday. I just got done my second date with the same guy as the last video. And let me tell you, I am in trouble. I couldn't get a babysitter. He ended up coming here. He brought flowers and made dinner. Yep, this is going really well, and I'm scared as shit. An update on this video definitely needs to be made while I do my makeup real quick. As you can tell from the other videos, everything was going really well until he kind of started to pull back, and I kept asking what the heck was wrong. He insisted that he just wasn't feeling well and he needed to get back to his normal self, so I kind of let it go. Mind you, prior to this guy had been literally doing the absolute most. Love bombing to the max. Then I got a text that said he wasn't sure if he could do this non-traditional way of dating.
So first off, it's date night, but you couldn't find a babysitter. I mean, seriously? You knew the date was coming. You should have had this stuff already laid out. Then you let him into your house and cook dinner for you on the second date. I have no words for any of this. I mean, she's scared shitless because deep down she knows a man has no incentive to stick around in this setup. Between her baggage and desperation, it's a cautionary tale for why men should tread carefully. Let's see what else she has to say.
And was super short about it, didn't really explain. I was very confused. So I asked for a phone call to explain because I felt like I deserved one. After that text message asking for the phone call is when I got ghosted. Literally zero communication. That's never happened to me before. Honestly, I think it was super rude and inconsiderate. The funniest part about it, though, is that he told me in his past relationship communication was a problem and that he didn't like to confront situations, but he learned a lot from it. He learned a lot from it. He's 33 years old. Get your together and stop being a complete prick to girls. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I was not disappointed. I was extremely disappointed. He literally fed me all the things that I wanted to hear, said all the right things. You know, I really had hope. But clearly everything he said was a absolute bag of and I will be moving on with my life. The next guy I went out with was, how do I say it nicely? A dud. I asked him so many freaking questions about himself and he never returned it with, how about you? Like, what am I doing wrong? How do I find a man? If you've got any pointers, comment below.
Shut up.
Well, the dude wind up ghosting her after she demands a phone call from him. Anyone shocked by this? I'm not. The guy realized what he was dealing with. A non-traditional way of dating translates to chaos. You know, calling him a prick for opting out of this circus is just classic deflection. I mean, let's be honest, men aren't obligated to explain themselves, especially when they're confronted with entitlement. After all, ladies, you do this shit all the time. Ghost a guy, whatever damn reason. The wind's blowing too fast, not enough wind. The sun is out, the moon is out. And the next guy being a dud because he didn't worship at the altar of your ego. And guys, remember, you're not a therapist or a babysitter for emotional wreckage. And her, what am I doing wrong, please, says it all. The answer is everything.
This is why I feel like dating as a single mom is harder than dating as a regular 24-year-old, okay? And this is why I'm going to tell you. Aside from the kids, I think that the hardest thing about dating as a single mom is that when you're dating someone, you're competing with other 24-year-olds who have not have children. They do not have stretch marks. They have perfect little tight little abs, and I'm over here with, you know, my diastasis recti in my abdomen, okay? On top of that, I've lost a lot of weight, but it's not like super firm. It's like jiggly, okay? Right? And then on top of that, after you're done breastfeeding, do you know what your titties look like? Have you seen titties after breastfeeding? Mine look like tube socks with a tennis ball. At 24 years old, dating, I'm competing with girls who have firm C cups. I have a saggy B. At best. At best. Okay, guys? So I'm competing with girls You are so attractive. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. If anyone could give me any confidence boost, that would be great.
At least we could say she's come to the realization as to why she's having a hard time dating. Honestly, single moms versus 24-year-olds with no kids, it's not competition, it's a mismatch. You know, the stretch march, saggy B cups, and whatever else that she said was in her stomach, I totally forgot. It's just reality checks for her. Men aren't superficial, they're practical. And why would a guy choose a woman whose baggage extends to financial, emotional, and physical burdens? And kids. You're not competing, you're pricing yourself out of the market. You want a confidence boost? Start by acknowledging men aren't obligated to take on someone else's liability. And stop expecting validations for this head talk, as she puts it, about mediocrity.
Okay, let's talk dating as a single mom, because this is a question that I get asked very, very frequently. Carla, how do you date as a single mom? Carla, are you dating right now? And as much tea as I'd like to give you guys, I'm currently not dating, but I don't know, my mindset with dating is like very, very relaxed. I kind of flip-flop back and forth between wanting something serious and then wanting something fun. I don't know, it seems like a really weird topic to talk about because I'm super private when it comes to all of that. I know exactly what I want, and I know that I don't want to settle for anything, because the way that I look at it is, if I didn't settle for my kid's dad, why would I settle for another man that isn't their dad? I feel like now that me and the other parent are, you know, co-parenting here and there, that I will have more time. But I will say that even if I start dating, I would keep it super private, just because that's just the way that I am. One thing that I do know for certain, 100%, is that I will never bring a man around my kids. I'm just really protective of my kids, and I never want to bring anyone around them that isn't going to be in their life. So yeah, that's the tea on my dating life. I get this question a lot, so I figured that I would make like a quick little video just kind of going over my mindset on things. If you're a single mom and you're currently in the dating field, let me know what you guys think. How do you do it? What do you do? What are some boundaries, or what are some things that you're looking for? Because yeah, I'm just curious. Yeah, bye guys.
You're a damaged goods lady.
So her dating mindset is flip-flopping between serious and fun, and that translates to having a real relationship with security, growth, all of the good stuff. And fun is just to go out and play the field. You did catch it that she said she didn't settle for her kid's dad. Why would she settle for any man? I mean, that should tell you something right there. She's fishing for a man willing to play stepdad while she keeps her options open. One thing we can do is applaud her for saying she won't bring a man around her kids, until you realize that what she means is keeping men on standby just in case. And probably on top of that, she doesn't need kids to wonder, why is mommy bringing home a different man every weekend? This is why the dating pool is toxic. Women like this treat you as a backup plan while prioritizing their independence over stability.
So the guy that I have been dating just broke up with me, and I'm pretty sad about it, and talking about things is healing for me. If you haven't watched my other videos, he was a guy that I knew from high school, and I didn't meet on a dating app or anything. He reached out to me and asked me on a date, and it was just supposed to be to catch up and have a good time, no expectations, and that's exactly what happened. We had a great time. He ended up asking me on a second date, and we were having conversations about what our non-negotiables were, and one of his non-negotiables was that he didn't want to have to compete with other men for my time. So I deleted Tinder and deleted my Snapchat, and he treated me so well. It was so thoughtful and said things to me that made me think that he wanted the same things.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
So basically, the guy set boundaries. He didn't want to compete with other men, and she calls it love. I mean, deleting Tinder isn't a trophy move. It's basic respect in a relationship, and yet she's surprised when he walked away. You know, guys, don't overlook the obvious. If someone struggles with basic exclusivity, it's a sign they're used to juggling multiple attention sources. You know, his non-negotiable wasn't unreasonable. It's just that she couldn't match his seriousness. So guys, just trust your instincts. If it feels forced, it's not worth it. Let's continue on. She's got more to say.
I always get advice about how I need to go slowly and be nonchalant, and I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to guard my heart and not be all in when I like somebody and I see a future with them. I am moving to Texas in January, and he knew that from the very beginning and had said that he was absolutely willing to relocate. So today he told me that he couldn't move away from his children, and all of his kids are grown. They're in their 20s and 30s. But honestly, I think that he just didn't have the same feelings for me that I did for him, and he was trying to spare me the heartache of telling me the truth. I'm just exhausted, and I'm tired of getting my heart broken and then having to pick up all the pieces. I just feel stupid for putting myself out there, and like, I just need to have a good cry today, and then tomorrow I will pick myself up and start over.
Cut her loose, dude. She's a handful.
She's all in because she sees a future, but he's smart enough to know relocating for someone this emotionally unstable is a disaster waiting to happen. Claiming he didn't have the same feelings is her excuse for his rational decision making. Maybe he was sparing her feelings, I don't know. This is the lesson: don't let emotions overrule logic. She's already planning her next sob story while wondering why she's exhausted and heartbroken, and the answer is poor vetting and unrealistic expectations. Well guys, a common thread here is entitlement, unrealistic expectations, and lack of accountability. Modern dating is a minefield because society has enabled self-centered behavior while stripping men of any incentive to commit. Guys, prioritize self-respect, enforce boundaries, and don't settle for less. Seek relationships that add value and not chaos. Traditional dynamics are what you want. Consider exploring options beyond Western culture, because it's broken here. Your time and energy is precious, so spend them wisely. Well guys, that's the end of the video here today. If you like what you've seen, hit that like button, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Drop me a comment down below on what you think, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.